Stone Ape. So, just doing another one of these videos. I guess a bit more pointed in the direction of, we are sitting in front of such a massive wave that is about to slam into us. We are sitting in, relatively speaking, such an insanely, peaceful, calm, collected time in history. Despite how fucking batshit crazy everything is right now, we are sitting in front of such a fucking massive storm slamming into us. That's... Nobody is prepared. Nobody is prepared for what's to come here. And there's no fucking doubt in my mind either. This is something I've been losing my mind over for over a decade now. Not even 30. It doesn't take much to fucking see this. It's fucking infuriating. It's mind-blowing that I feel so alone on this. I've felt so alone on this for so long. It's so easy to see. Everything is exponential. History is accelerating at exponential rate as far as how fast it's repeating itself, how insane it's getting, and we are getting to some fucking crazy points here. It's I keep on saying too, it's whatever we're going through right now, just give it a bit of time and it will be, looking back on it, it'll feel like it was nothing compared to what we're going to be going through in the future. And it'll just keep on happening like that. Exponentially. It's just like Terence McKenna's Timewave Zero. He had it so fucking spot on. Aside from putting the end date at 2012, the end of history. But that's a whole other video. I have a lot of thoughts on that, and a lot of theories and stuff, but it was overwhelmingly positive thing in my life, believing that the world was going to end in 2012, but I digress. The Civil War is coming to the United States. What the fuck? Fucking Civil War, man. I had this thought, vision, this, I don't know what you'd call it. I've been having so many of those these past number of months. Just popped into my head today, too, about how Kyle Rittenhouse, one guy who took one dumbass young kid, I think he was only 17 or something fucking stupid, he took a rifle and he went to defend these buildings in front of, these protesters who were rioting and stuff. He ended up killing a couple of people, and it's just bad. How that is going to be looked back upon in history books as the start of, that was the first one right there. No matter what the circumstances with it were, sure there weren't just direct anger, of him going over there and being I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers who are rioting. It wasn't like that, but all things started someplace, and there's just no doubt in my mind that's the direction we're going now. Where the next time there are big riots, the next time there's some police killing that, goes viral and has millions of people out on the street again. Like, the conservatives down south, like, are, you know, who are the conservatives who are within the city, or what have you, like, they aren't going to be sitting back and just watching it happen for much longer. They're going to start seeing that shit, and they're going to start going to these protests, to these areas with their guns. And then there's going to be more and more bloodshed. Are you guys seeing this? Like, is anybody fucking seeing this? This is going to get so fucking bad. So fucking bad. Like, that issue alone. We're facing like 1,000 other issues that are just as fucking dire. Like, that's what I'm saying. Back when I was like really young too, it's like you could take any area of American society and just project it forward, what it's gonna look like as time progresses. You should be able to get the clear fucking picture right away. Like, things are collapsing. This cannot keep on going forward. The climate crisis, climate change, like, fuck me. That alone is just... And now, that's not even, like... It's hardly in my top 3 major concerns going forward. That should not be the case. That should definitely fucking not be the case. I've done a lot of fucking research on climate crisis. I'm environmental studies major. Had so many courses where this one course in particular just went through so many articles and so many scientific studies on what this is going to possibly look like going forward. Fucking terrifying. There is no path forward with this. I mean, the amount of farmland that we have in the world and how much of that we're going to be losing because of the climate change, and how there's going to be less and less area for us to even grow food and support the world's over 7 billion population. There's going to be mass starvation. You're going to have millions of fucking people who are displaced. Hundreds of millions of people who are displaced. Climate refugees. It's just like all areas of life, of society, of the world, like our global community, are all simultaneously just going to fucking shit. I said it in one of my other videos too, and I just keep thinking about it more and more. It's like everybody and everything in this world is gearing up for this grand fucking finale. Like, it's lining up so fucking perfectly for it. Just this all out, like, it's not pretty. With all that being said, though, like, I'm urging people to wake up to this. Can't keep pushing this under. Can't keep hearing things like what I'm saying and then, you know, just wait until you hear something like counter of what I'm saying, or some professional type or some professor or this or that saying like, no, like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure things out, like, always have. We always have. We've always figured them out. What are you talking about? Can't trust these motherfuckers. They don't know what they're talking about. Nobody knows what they're fucking talking about out there. Jesus fuck. It is concerning to me. Like, people are not as fucking smart as they pretend to be out there. I'm not seeing anybody who fucking knows, like, who's saying this shit. Who is, like, seen as, like, high up and, you know, societal standards. Held to, like, a high accord or something. Motherfuckers like Elon Musk talking about becoming a multi-planetary species. We're gonna make it to other planets. We're gonna spread out. Like, the fuck? No. That is in no way, shape, or form a reality. Like, any kind of possibility for us going forward. That is bullshit. That is, at best, like, him and, like, a small group of his billionaire buddies are able to make some kind of base over in, like, on the moon or, like, over in Mars or some stupid shit like that while the world fucking burns. And fuck living on the moon. Fuck living on Mars. Like, fuck living anywhere else but on Earth. I will gladly fucking die on this planet before I go any other fucking place. It's just these... You're like in a vacuum surrounded by fucking death when you go out, like, beyond this planet. You're just gonna be in these sterile fucking god-awful environments. Mother Earth's gone, like, nah, that's not, that's not any kind of possibility or any kind of scenario that could play out. That could, like, be some kind of saving grace for us going forward. No. We need to fucking quit with that silly fucking shit. Give a fuck about SpaceX. Bezos, fucking Elon doing that shit. It just pisses me off, man. It's just, look at what's fucking happening. China taking over the US. That's terrifying as fuck. I don't want China taking over the world. That's not good. They are fucking insane. Like, those at the top in China, they are so mentally fucking deranged. It's hard to wrap my head around it. Like, they're out for fucking world domination. They want the US to fucking burn. They want the US to be their fucking slaves. I guess it's just chickens coming home to roost on that one, you know. Had them as our fucking slaves, making all of our fucking stupid ass fucking plastic bullshit for so long. The titanicness of, like, what is to come. This Christmas, this holiday period, 2021, this is gonna be the most, like, peaceful, like, chill period of the rest of our lives. Like, that's gonna be the last one, relatively speaking, you know. After that, it's just gonna keep getting poor. Not good. Nobody's in control of this shit. There's no steering wheel that's somebody is commanding. There's nobody at the steering wheel. Steering wheel never even existed. Like, I know it. Like, people have that in their fucking heads. Like, well, I may not know what's going on or, like, how things are going to play out, and I don't have any control over it, but there's people who do, and they would be sounding alarms right now if they didn't have any control or, like, this and that. No. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody has control over how this is getting steered. Like, that's not a thing, especially fucking right now. There are forces at work that are irreversible at this point. Like, there's no way to... I mean, there's certain things that, yeah, we still have some kind of fighting chance going forward. It's like making it progressing past this point as a human species, but, you know, and entering into whatever next phase or whatever that is. I no fucking clue. And anybody who says they have any fucking clues full of shit. It's definitely looking like we're merging our brains with, you know, technology. We're going to become integrated, and we're going to be entering into new dimensions here soon. Hopefully, I guess. I don't know. That, or we're just going to completely collapse. We're going to burn. And all of this, like, all of history, everything will have been for nil. Like, it would be nothing. I think that's well within the realm of possibilities, too. Like I said, I don't think anybody... nobody is in control. Like, ain't no fucking Elon Musk gonna save shit. No. Need to quit seeing these people as, like, geniuses or some shit like that. They aren't. Like, they play the role. Like, they act the fuck out of that. They fucking aren't. No. They may know, like, very particular kind of, like, rocket science, and they can talk their way up and down, all of that. That doesn't mean shit as far as, like, understanding the reality of the world, the reality of the situation we find ourselves in. Because when it comes to that, and they start talking, they are off in their own fucking world of lunacy, of just complete bullshit. Like, no connection to this reality. We need to see that more and fucking more. These people are not fucking geniuses. They are mentally deranged. They are mentally sick. Because an entire society just keeps on encouraging them and just willingly just letting them amass these unimaginably large, like, sums of money, like, and it just goes to their head that much fucking more. And they're surrounded by people who are telling them how fucking great they are, this and that, kissing their fucking ass, because they want to move up the ladder, so they're gonna fucking kiss ass. And that leaves these people, like, you know, these CEOs, billionaires at the top, thinking, I really am that fucking great. Yeah. Really am so fucking genius, so fucking smart. Fucking, we need to quit that shit. We need to fucking quit that shit. We need to all fucking take a step back and just think about things for a fucking second. Just a goddamn fucking second. Please. Quit just this endless, like, going, like this, that, like, entire society is like that. It's just burning everybody into the ground. They're so pissed off. Like, I swear, I felt like a very visible, like, very, like, real, like, uptick in aggressiveness and just people, like, how they're driving right now and all of that. Right around the Christmas season, holiday seasons, because, you know, everybody has to fucking lose their mind and start stressing the fuck out about everything during this season where, you know, like, it should be happy times, like, taking it easy, getting rest, like, spending time with family and loved ones. No, we go the opposite fucking direction. Have like a million things we need to do. We need to get everybody all these presents. And we need to go to these parties and this and that. And we need to take a step back, please. And just re-examine things for yourself. Re-examine what you believe is the reality of this world, of your existence. Like, re-examine what it means to even fucking exist. Like, it's fucking insane. We're fucking monkeys. These goddamn fucking this technology around us, these cars, we're straight up fucking monkeys. Fucking apes. Ooh, ee, ah. It's ridiculous. We have all this shit, and we're on this planet, and we're like getting to this point where things are just going faster, faster, faster. Like, we're hitting an endpoint here soon, people. I'd be amazed if we made it 3 more fucking decades. 3 more decades seems way outside the realm of possibilities in my mind. Like, you imagine, like, take these past 20 years, how far we've come technologically, and then projecting that forward, only it's going to be even faster progressing than what it was between 2000 to 2021. What does that even look like? That sounds like way, way, way too fucking much for me. I mean, no way. We're hitting some kind of point here soon, people. 2 decades? I don't know. Soon. Within our lifetimes, within my fucking lifetime, that's for goddamn sure. That should have been like frontline news, like, for a long fucking time now. Like, yo, things are exponential. Things are progressing at an exponential rate. I think I forgot, I got distracted earlier. With Terence Mckenna's Timewave Zero theory, it plots out, or he plotted out, you can ignore the entire graph thing, I don't know, but just the theory behind it, like his theory, which is so fucking spot on. It's how we are reliving through history. History is repeating itself at a faster and faster rate, exponentially, and he uses the word novelty. Novelty is progressing, accelerating at a exponential rate. Novelty, the way I think of it, is like that feeling we all had when saw Twin Towers get hit. I mean, whether that was the correct response or not, you know, like, we all felt something, like, deep within inside us. It was this major fucking shift that we could sense, and it was. I mean, for all the fucking wrong reasons, and, like, we reacted in, like, the worst fucking possible ways imaginable, but, like, even with that, like, that was still such a massive changing point. Same with Trump. Like, whether you like him, hate him, whatever, I personally couldn't give 2 fucking shits. Like, Trump, Biden, who cares, man? It's all fucking dog and pony show for the billionaires, for the elites. Like, ain't getting fucking shit done. Nobody's status fucking quo, like, through and through. But like, seeing Trump get elected, that was quite a fucking feeling. It felt on both sides, you know, those who were against him and those who are for him. Like, just like, holy fuck, Trump's coming president. Like, that's that feeling, that novelty feeling. Had it when, like, this entire pandemic thing suddenly, like, very suddenly became a reality for us, and it was just like, okay, this is gonna change everything forever. Like, this just happened. Like, all of a sudden, just like, school's closed down, and like, everything's locked down. Yeah. And as time goes forward, like, those events are gonna happen more and more frequently, and they're gonna be like larger and larger in fucking scale as far as like how world changing, like world altering these events are gonna be. Every time my mind just keeps going and going with it, like projecting things forward, like the path we're currently on and what it's gonna look like going forward. And we need to wake up to that. We can't keep living in this fucking fantasy world where things could possibly like return back to some kind of old normal and never even fucking existed. It's just fucking figment of people's imagination where they think like, oh yeah, sometime in 2000s that was normal, that was good, like that was, I was happy then, like people were happy. It's fantasy, but that's never gonna be a thing. Nobody, no kids are gonna have any kind of childhood anywhere near the one that I grew up with. That fucking trips me out, man. More and more thinking about that. I had this kind of, I mean, you can't say perfect, but like all things considered within our society and stuff. And my parents are fucking amazing people. I fucking love my parents. They're, as far as boomers go, they are the fucking coolest. No kids are gonna fucking have that ever again. And the shit the kids have to put up, or like are being subject to now, it's like, parents are, just feel powerless over it. Like, how can I keep my kids off of social media? How can I, like, keep them in the dark about all of this? Like, this is a world they're going to be entering into, and they're right. Like, you can't just keep the kids in the dark on that shit. We need to step outside of all of this. Get your head out of the water for a second. Like, re-examine your life. Why you're doing what you are doing. Questioning whether you really find fulfillment in anything in your life. Which relationships in your life are actually worth keeping and which other ones are just, I don't know, for show or for, because you're lonely, or I don't know. You need to reprioritize values massively. You need to unsubscribe from this culture, because this culture is fucking horseshit. Like I keep on saying over and over, I'll be a broken record on this, but at least somebody is fucking saying it and saying it. Like everybody, I want everybody to be just screaming this fucking shit. Our culture is completely hollowed out. There's nothing fucking there. We believe collectively in nothing anymore except for White Claw. White Claw, booty, 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 booty. That's it. See that, like, more, like, everywhere. Fucking going to the gym, Planet Fitness. I counted today. They have 18 fucking flat screens in front of all the aerobic machines and stuff. 18. And it's all fucking trash. Every goddamn fucking last one of them. And they're all so fake. And they're all so... just like looking at it, I'm just like, how do people not fucking see this? Like, this is so that obvious. Like, we are collapsing in our culture. It's collapsing inwards on itself. And what our culture is, it's the pillar stones of our society. It's the pillar stones of our civilization. It's what we believe in. It's what drives people. It's what... It's what binds us together or tears us apart. Like, having a shared belief like that can bind us together. Even if it is like a bullshit belief, at least it's binding us together, I guess. I don't know, but we have less and fucking less of that as time goes forward. I don't know if this response is like quite the right response either, but it's genuine. It's me. It's for better or for worse. I just want people talking about this. That people are starting to come around to some kind of extent, but it's such a far shot from where we need to be. Like, here, like, saying America is collapsing in a lot of circles, like, or, you know, a lot of times I started talking about that to people. Like, it's not some extreme thing, like, they agree. They just aren't able to take that and, like, think, like, any further, like, what that means. What does it mean that the United States of America, the largest fucking superpower, like, unimaginably powerful, like, massive fucking army, the wealthiest country in the world, in history, is collapsing? Ooh. Bad. That is gonna tear, and that threatens the entire world's stability. Like, it's the same thing if, like, people and countries, the sooner they fucking get around to this and they see the reality of what is coming, they start making all of the efforts they can to break away from that and to brace for fucking impact, cut themselves away from the US or from any of that bullshit, like, before it really starts going down, the better chance they have at fucking making it through, because America collapsing threatens to drag everything down with it. Like, our military throughout the entire world, like, that falling apart, that had unimaginably dire, just awful fucking consequences. And this awful fucking thought that fucking popped into my head a while ago, too. It's only been 2 nuclear bombs that have been dropped on, you know, populations, civilian populations, that weren't just test nukes. Hiroshima and Nagasaki, World War II, Japan. There's Kurt Vonnegut, one of my favorite authors, went through World War II. He was held in a German prison, Dresden, as a U.S. as a prisoner of war. The U.S. firebombed it and just decimated the fuck out of this massive city, German city. Didn't need to. Really fucking didn't need to. There wasn't. Yeah, anyways. He wrote a book, Cat's Cradle, which he argues that, like, once this technology entered into the world, how it was going, like, it's gonna be used. Like, there is no getting around it. This will become a thing that is unleashed onto the world. To what extent, I don't know. But there's gonna be nukes. As things fall apart in this world too, like, it is insane. Like, we are so fucking insanely fortunate. It's a species that none have gone off, that none have been launched. We avoided the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis. Jesus fuck. U.S., I remember hearing about how we had dropped one of our nukes from a plane, like it just fell out on accident. They didn't get it strapped down all the way or something. It didn't go off. If it had, like, it could have been really bad. I'm not sure the exact details of it. Just remember that from a John Oliver piece, Nuclear Arms, a while ago. Long time ago. Yeah. Sooner start working all of this into our realities, into your reality, and you start adjusting to it. You actually start, like, taking it in, and, you know, start making, like, strides in learning to, like, accept that there is not going to be any kind of normal future for you. There is never going to be anything like what your parents had, like, going through this long career and long fulfilling career possibly, and, like, living very, very comfortably, and retirement. If you're like me, 30 years old, like, a retirement after working in your field for like 30 years, like, retiring comfortably. No. It's not gonna be a fucking thing. It will not be a thing. There's not gonna be life we've lived. It's gone forever. just because that can be so insanely difficult to hear. You don't want to fucking hear it, and you have so much going on in your life that's stressing you out and stuff. It's like, well, it's either you start integrating that into your reality, you start learning to fucking accept that in whatever way you can, or use that to like help fuel like your efforts in breaking away from all of this bullshit and deprogramming yourself from all of this fucking horseshit that they have just crammed in, or they've just drilled into us for since we were born. Like the sooner fucking better, like the sooner we do that, the better your chances are. If you don't, and you just keep sticking your head into the sand, and you just keep going whatever like route like keeps you the most fucking comfortable. That may have worked in the fucking past, you know, where plenty of fucking ways to like find all these comforts and like bullshit things, material comforts, this or that, but going forward, that's not going to be a reality. Like, can't do that, because the world's going to catch up, and it will just steamroll over you. You will be so insanely fucking unprepared. You're just going to be left in complete fucking shock, and need to understand everything in this life is temporary. Nothing is permanent. Even if we weren't in, like, nearing that end of history or whatever this point is that we're coming up to, like, anyways, I guess I'll just stop there. That seems to be a good amount. I don't know where else I was going with this. I was tired. Yeah. Sorry if this one was, well, no. I guess there's times where I love the laughter, the absurdity of everything, comedy aspect of it, and it's probably the better, like the more realistic approach, because all of this is just so completely absurd, and it is so ridiculously like funny in so many ways. Like the absurdity of existence with these monkeys, with our fucking nuclear bombs and our fucking all of it. But sometimes it just needs to be, I don't know, just letting out the building, like, all of that's going on inside me, of just seeing just how fucking insanely clear as fucking day, like, our society is collapsing, seeing more and more fucking clearly as the days go on, too, just how hollowed out our culture is, and how directly, like, that will relate to the collapse of our civilization. Crazy times ahead. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. The sooner we wake up, the better the chance you've got. Stone Dave.